Hello all. Right, I'm still on a catch up. This one was a question asked me a few weeks ago. This was from Hot Wheels Nation. Who's Chris? It's one of our guys. Chris, how you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. The question was, how much do you bid for a 7.5 tonne? In fairness, this is kind of a help Pete video, to be honest with you. Obviously, I've done videos before on how much you should bid on the CX because I got a rough idea with the firm and how much other people were bidding and all that kind of stuff and how much I was getting in a Luton van. The way you kind of work out how much to bid is you work out, the way I always did it was work out how many jobs you're winning. If you're winning every job, you're probably bidding too low. If you're not winning hardly any jobs, you're obviously bidding too high. You're just trying to get that dartboard, trying to get the bullseye bang in the middle where you want to get that point where you're bang on, and you're not always going to win the job because you're the cheapest bid. You might be the closest bid. You might be the only guy in the area. You might be the fact they like your feedback. You know, they might just think you're a nice guy. You might have a crack on with them on the phone. Always ring them. Have a crack on the phone. I win 1 out of 2 jobs I ring. I win 1 out of 5 jobs I e-quote. So that makes a difference. But of course, it's a whole new scheme. And of course, when I jumped into the 7.5 tonne, people go in, £250 minimum a job. You can quote £250 a mile. I've found that to be a little bit dear, I'll be honest with you. The way I'm kind of working it on the moment is this: if it's a real neat job for me, like the one I picked up this morning, which has kind of gone sideways, but if it's a neat job, say like picking up from Dunstable or picking up from Pitstone or picking up from somewhere very close to me, going about 50 odd miles, I work on 150 for that job. That's kind of cheap, I think. I think it strikes me that the minimum you can charge is about 180. But I'm kind of happy because I'm at an hour to go and pick it up and I can get on it nice and early and, and get it off quick. So I still might adjust that one at the 180, I'm not sure. If the job's a little bit further to go, say for example I did one last Friday, had to pick it up in Oxford and take it up to Northampton, but it's an hour to go over to Oxford, 180. Because if I've got to go over there to get it, 180 seems to be the winning price. It strikes me that it starts at 180 and builds up to about 250. I have tried quoting a few at 200, 199. In my experience, what I do is I quote 199. Then you ring them up and they go, "We've had a bid of 180." Also, yeah. So we'll come back to that one. Also, on the mile thing, I get about 180 a mile. The one I went down to Bournemouth, one I shouldn't have taken, the one I went down to was Bristol. That was working at about 180 a mile. Not 87 miles, 200 quid, 100 miles. Still, no, you probably won't get 250. The thing is, that it seems to lie with the little shuttle runs, because the long jobs, the ones that are going, if it's going from London to Leeds, it goes on a 40-footer, which is on its way up there anyway. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's going round the corner or Aberdeen. It's 40 quid a pallet. So that one is a bit of a mystery to me. So you shippers out there that have got a much better idea of how I should move forward with this and how the world works with a 7.5 tonne, please let me know. Because I don't want. It's that thing, you ring them up and you bid too dear and then the job gets sold and you went, oh, I could have had that one. So you ring the next guy up, you bid him and he goes, I'll send it through to you now. And he goes, oh, I've done too cheap. I could have got more for that. No one's ever happy, but that so strikes me. I'm looking at about 180 minimum from a job, maybe a little bit more if I'm the right guy in the right area, round about £2 a mile. If it's on a multi-drop, then I'm probably looking on the CX at somewhere in the region. I think they want to pay about £300 a day for a 7.5 tonne, which I'm not going to do. On the CX, I'm going to be wanting more like 4 for a day rate. And also, you've got to bear in mind end user customers. The end user customers, they'll give me 5, maybe 6 for a day rate on that thing. I'm hoping if we can ever get one that sort of, pick up on the thing. End user customers, I know I can get £200 for delivery, like a little delivery, like that 150 one. If it comes out of my yard and it's going to Enfield, I know I can get 200 because Ivory Bridge will pay me that. So that's it, really. That's me finding my way. How much you should go out on, I'm still learning. I would appreciate all your feedback because it would come in handy. I do remember when I was running with Tony, and he was kind of getting jobs and giving it to me, which he weren't supposed to do, but I didn't know at the time. I was young and wide-eyed and I couldn't work out how Tony was paying me the money that I'm quoting right now and still earning money on the top. I said, Tony, I can't understand how you're doing this. He said, I bid a lot higher than you do. And I went, yeah, but I said, yeah. I said, well, maybe I should start doing that. He said, yeah, but I bet you win an awful lot more jobs than me. So how it works, I don't know. How anything works, I don't know. But I'm getting there. We're slowly moving our way forward, so appreciate the feedback, guys. But there you go, Chris. Yeah, how much to quote on that? I'm saying you're looking about 180 minimum, probably about £182 a mile. Again, it all depends on where you're going, how much you want it, how well it suits you. And It's me on my learning curve, learning how to take care and take money.